there's no way that Pittsburgh goes into this season without trying to upgrade their offense 100%, and they can't afford not to try and upgrade their offense without using their early picks, in which they gave up a pick for DK to try and help that offense 100%.
There's rumors out that they want to go after AJ Brown and pair him with
when
DK.
I was watching him and DK having a semi sort of chemistry, I was like, you know how many great receivers had chemistry with Aaron Rodgers, and then DK just kind of looks sloppy out there, just like
he was dropping the ball.
Like he's stumbling around, and he'll grab it, and he'll make the catch, and he can win a hands battle for sure, but he doesn't look very fluid out there. Not like a Devontae Adams or a Jordan Nelson.
And see, that's the thing.
That's number one.
He's not a tactician. He's not a tactician at running routes. He's a big physical wide receiver.
He's an athlete.
So his route tree is really limited. It's perfect for Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers has a good deep ball pause.
Really?
Throw the back shoulders. He can throw deep. Deep post 100%. It's like
shallow cross.
But who is the other playmaker on the other side? So you're going into 2026, whether you're going to spend high draft capital on your future quarterback or future playmaker. Even though you can get playmakers in the later rounds, but there's no way, and to me, in my opinion, they're going to run it back with him. 100%.
So in my opinion, I think if he sticks around with the Steelers, it's because they bring in a true number one receiver that has a full complement of the route tree where he can get creative and have some sort of confidence. And
like Brandon Ayuk. I'm not saying he's like
I don't know if he's
number one, but
my thing is if you're trying to go available. But if you're trying to go get a true number one, you're going to have to give up high draft capital, right? So
they don't have it.
The clock, but if you do that to go get a playmaker, you're resetting the clock on getting your young quarterback for the rest of this, for the foreseeable future. So it's going to have to be some give and take. You know what I mean? Because I don't think
they don't ever hit a hard reset over there.
I wouldn't give up no number one round, no first round pick, even though they pick going to be like in the early 20s.
Yeah, that's where I think they could get creative, but that's not going to convince him to stick around and be like, hey, listen, get you one of the best. He's like, man, I don't even pay attention to them.
And their defense is hella old. You know what I mean? The defense is getting older. Hayward is like 35 years old. TJ like early 30s. I'm not saying that TJ don't got a lot of gas. It's just that, and then Jalen Ramsey that they traded for. It's so many moving pieces on that. In that organization is like you're gonna go in there another year with all them motherfuckers, even Aaron Rodgers, and you're gonna spend a first round pick on a playmaker. No, I don't.
It sucks that we did not get to see what Will Howard looked like.
And the AFC is gonna get better next year. The AFC gonna get better.
Well, I don't think it's
gonna get better after the new league year starts. The whole division. The whole conference.
Oh yeah.
You never see Pittsburgh hit a hard reset either. So that would be interesting if they actually if you're not going to have Aaron Rodgers back, it's like, and you're not going to hit a hard reset. They're going to do that same thing all over again. They're going to go and get maybe a Cousins or a Geno or just somebody floating around. You know what I mean? Because if it's Mike Tomlin again, I don't think Mike Tomlin's in the business of hitting a hard reset, and I don't think he sees himself there any much longer unless it's his way or the highway. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they necessarily would have wanted to do the Aaron Rodgers thing. I think that was more like they trust in Tomlin. He's like, listen, we're going to bring in Rodgers. You know what I mean? And we're going to have an actual shot. And hey, look, they won their division. They haven't even won their division the last couple years, but they've been sneaking in as a wild card. So actually winning their division, and they just had to they ran into the buzzsaw. That is the Texans defense. You know what I mean? Because outside of that, Aaron Rodgers, I love the story. I just knew it was all over for him there. And I don't think it's necessarily all over for him in his career. I don't think Aaron Rodgers will look at that pick six and be like, I'm not going to go out like that. You know what I mean?
Top of the morning, Bakes. He said his girl said the coaches were talking crap about Rodgers after the game. Did anybody hear the post-game interviews? I saw Rodgers get upset when they asked him about Tomlin. That's about it.
I did see that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, and he got mad when they kept on asking him about, are you coming back for one more year? And he goes, I've already answered that question, multiple questions. Next, please.
Yeah, it's funny because, when you're a veteran, you should know, media training.
Yeah.
He was not giving a fuck right there. He's like,
and he said that although that was after he was talking about himself for 25 minutes, so there is that. So he probably was sick of just being like, oh, okay, let's talk about me, not the Steelers
That is
and what
true.
everybody did this season. Because that's what the coaching staff was probably pissed off, was like, you didn't give no credit to
It
none of
wasn't
those
just
guys
Aaron
that
Rodgers that was bad.
played the game with you or wherever. It's all about you and what you're gonna do next and all this stuff for 25 minutes.
Like
it was like
the Steelers defense, they gave up hella yards to the running backs. Like
we don't even know
did
anything
their job.
about the Steelers. We just talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and then they get to Mike Tomlin. I'm sure when they got to Mike Tomlin, it's like, are you gonna leave or are you gonna, are they, what's your job security feel like? Or, you know what I mean? Those are always going to be.
You know what, though, bro?
But you know what? That's the big news that gets the clicks.
One of the main things of the story of the Pittsburgh Steelers season and their offense, and Peacock dropped it yesterday. Bro, motherfucking Gainwell had 71 receptions, dog.
Yeah.
Your running back
back
is your leading receptions getter,
bro.
100%.
I mean,
what the fuck does that say? Your offense is boo-boo, dog.
Think about
100%.
This. Aaron Rodgers had to deal with that for years in Green Bay, where they're not giving him any other weapons except for the ones that they want him to develop. And then Aaron Jones was always the number 2 in receptions on the team, behind Devontae Adams. You know what I mean?
But see, all them dudes was in their prime at that time. 100%. This is a 42-year-old quarterback. This is a running back that has always split time. You gave up a second-round pick to bring in a wide receiver that's not a real. He's just an athletic receiver, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, and then you got 3 tight ends. It's like, where is this offense going anyways, bro? 100%. They won on some last second shit in week 18. We could dissect their whole motherfucking season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Detroit game, Gainwell catching the ball on the ground, getting up, scoring a TD. It's like, look, bro, it's been so much shit with their season. They doomed, bro. They got to do either a hard reset or we gonna run it back with the OGs and we gonna go trade for somebody else.
And I think Mike Tomlin would be out of there, bro. There's too many other jobs that are open right now that he might as well explore. Like, I think that's a low key name we should actually consider if organizations are actually moving on from a John Harbaugh after 18 years. You know what I mean? And if they said, hey, Mike, we're going to blow it up and start over, are you with us? I don't think Mike's going to be like, yeah, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bruce Arenas is talking about this on McAfee right now, that he's probably all but gone.
Oh, word. That's right. They are like a semi-Steelers show over there because they have a few Steelers fans, like including